Morning. How you guys doing? So we are on day 4 of 30 of collecting Nadira Wants and Apprentices daily. So Nadira's daily, of course, is a 1,000 attempt. It's any blueprint you want to choose. At the end, you get 70 PEC in machinery. Now, machinery for item crafters is one of the sub skills that often drags behind. It's very important to actually get up. It makes up about 5 to 8% of some skills, 8% being the or the vehicle engineer. And so it's relatively important for almost everything. The one we've chose to do for this series is the EP1. I'm showing how relatively cheaply you can come over here and skill up your stuff. So as we are right now, it's actually cost us nothing because we're still positive 1.84 ped. And so yesterday's run we went down. We lost a little bit of our lead on that, but we're still doing good. And so this is a 100% um, blueprint, of course. I'll show you right here. Of course, we're a level 40 something um, mechanical engineer and absolutely qualified on mechanics and stuff like that, right? And make sure to go over this. So, the results are going to vary based on your skills. So at this point, I'm going to click this. I'm going to get it going. I'm going to show you how I'm going to set this up. We'll have that where we can see the skills here. I actually don't answer personal messages until after streaming usually because I'm always worried about what could be in there. And it doesn't tell me who sent it. So I can't even be like, oh, that's a trusted source. But I will check that as soon as we're done with the run. Let me look at this. Oh, okay. And I'm going to have this set up so we can actually, I'm going to check this anyway. I just won't message back and forth. Oh, that is a trusted source. He's trying really hard to collect enough of, I don't remember what it was, their arms or something? Fists? Hands. I should check how many I have. I might have some. I'm not using that kind of stuff. I'm going to click this up so we can see what's going on there. Obviously, we're not doing that mission. We're focusing on this. I'm going to get rid of my face so I'm not just sitting here like staring at the screen because I always feel awkward doing that. Mostly, I'm going to let this run. What's going to happen is anytime a blueprint occurs, I'm going to take a second and I will directly discuss the blueprint. If a blueprint is semi-valuable, it's going to just go into the thing if it's one that somebody would buy. Most blueprints we're going to get are just trade terminal feed. And so the blueprints they'll keep are going to be any of the stuff where it's a limited blueprint. And the ones we want are the ones we want, of course, are explosive projectile recyclers. And so those will be very important to get. Now, an explosive projectile recycler, it has a markup of like ridiculous, and so they range from about 4 ped to 6 ped per click for the ones you'd get from off of an EP2. The EP1 ones, because the likelihood you're gonna get a 1 or a 2 is pretty much there. You're not gonna get anything above that on an EP1. So those range, but they're really close in the 5 ped zone. And so to me, a stack of 5 of them, that's 30 ped, right? I mean, minus auction house fee and stuff like that. That automatically would take care of our automatic. I mean, that's a full run. And of course, we could have the random, we got a global or something like that. But that's not something we want to depend on as a, hey, this is a way we're going to not fight to break even. And so I'm going to let this go. Um, let's cross our fingers for some blueprints. If you see a blueprint pop that you don't have and you're on and near me, I would just pass it to you. But if you need one and you're not on this planet, I would auction house it for at 1 ped. Um, Most of the ones we're going to pop off this are going to be reasonable. The only one I'm really concerned about is if we by miracle got another explosive projectile blueprint or an explosive projectile recycler blueprint. And so outside of that, well, I'm going to let this go. Okay, so that's welding wire blueprint. We went over this multiple times. This used to have good value. Unfortunately, now it doesn't. Still good for if you want to make a run of welding wire, but it was really nice when welding wire blueprint had a markup. And so it is what it is. Still valuable hit at 14 PEC. You know, that's a multiplier times. And so I don't have a problem with that at least. This doesn't look to be going great right now. And I'm not an expert on the metal residue amount we need for break even on this, to be honest. On the EP2, I know exactly where I'm supposed to be. But each blueprint behaves different. And so, but by the end of the 30 consecutive clicky click runs through on this, we'll know exactly where we're at break even probably. So this is another basic structure blueprint. I already threw one in the market that I don't think got bought out. But if it did, oh no, see, look. This is absolutely somebody buying a high quality one. That is. I'll show you this on this. Always check this stuff. Don't ever buy a blueprint without actually knowing the behavior of a blueprint. So, oh, it's off the chart. So normally, as you can tell, that blueprint is trading not in the hey, let's charge whatever is up there. You know what I'm saying? That's off the chart. And so this is obviously maybe worth 3 ped if we're being nice. These are distorted because of the value of whatever, and I'm going to assume it's a 100 quality structure blueprint that's sold at that value. That honestly, I feel is too much. I've never ran one of these up to 100% before. What are we actually looking at? Mine's at 46% right now. Oh no, that I lied. I don't even run this. That's my level. My God, I gotta wake up, guys. So I've never ran this. So what are we looking at? Bacillarium and Melchi. Those aren't really high cost things. I don't know what you pop from the basic structure either, honestly. I don't run this, you guys. I know nothing about this blueprint. I don't feel that this is worth even at 100% markup. It must pop something really good. Now I'm wondering what these go into. Hold on, I'm Googling this. I mean, that's a lot, right? 900 pad. I mean, we know for, okay. I get why. These go into all the little training weapons in the 20th level zone. Oh, so these go into a lot of stuff, guys. And I just realized we were looking at the new blueprint, not my actual blueprint, so I don't know what mine's at. So the basic structure blueprint goes into AP 12 protection level. Um, pretty much all of them. And then all the little 20th level Amatrix LR like 25s, LR20, LP25, LP20. So like that, and then Ziplex 10s. Okay, so that's a pretty commonly ran blueprint. Oh, sorry, I got a new blueprint. Basic screws. These go in a bunch of stuff too. I don't know if any of you guys need basic screw blueprints. Obviously, I'll see if the ones I already loaded are still in there. If not, I'll load both of those in at 1 pad when we're done with this. They're like a 3 pad, 2 pad type blueprint. Honestly, I'm not really sure where I would gauge what I think the value is. And so we're judging these runs on trade terminal value unless we get something profound like explosive projectile recyclers, in which we know for a fact that those have no realistic reason to be counted as TT value. It would be ridiculous too. We're gonna find my basic structure blueprint. Hold on. It's in Rocktopia blueprints, isn't it? Okay. Sorry, I don't know them by memorized sight. This is it. Bing. Oh. Okay, so my basic structure is at 20.3 is what it's at. So I run it sometimes, I guess. Once I saw it goes into the Amatrex, I was like, wait, I probably do run that sometimes. But silly me. This is looking good though. It's not horrible. I mean, reasonable level of blueprint production. This is kind of where I thought we should be. The other day, we didn't produce as many blueprints as I thought we were going to. And overall on these runs yet, we're on run 4, and we have not popped out some explosive projectile recyclers yet. I don't feel I commonly get them as much on the 1 as I do on the 2. And I've heard a great argument from Burley. See, there's another screw. So we definitely don't need to load 2 screws. So I'll check the auction house. We'll find out what we have in there. We'll throw the rest in there if it's not in there. Other than that, it'll probably go into the trade terminal unless it's a limited blueprint. So yeah, so Burley was telling me the other day that he felt the 2 pops are more often because to get a stack of blueprints on the 1 is a multiple times multiplier in all honesty because it's not it's well outside the normal range, right? And so on the 2 you're running 20 PEC per click. And so plus on top of that the 2 can generate a 3, a 2 and a 1 for recyclers. And so I absolutely kind of think his logic is good on that. I mean, neither of us know. It's just theoretical, like, hey, I feel this. And, but there's some thought behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's not just random. And so I heard his thoughts on it. I actually agree. I think that that is probably true. If you're running for EP 1, 2, and 3s, you're you're probably actually better off even on the 1 and 2s to be running the 2. I don't know that because I haven't ran some kind of miracle statistical data sampling set and ran it through some kind of algorithm to be like, this has a value of this. I'm probably not going to do that. It's a lot of work. And I like keeping this a video game and not a statistical study of data. Not even any fun. Plus, I don't do that for a living. I'm fascinated at the blueprints though. Okay, so this dude over here, look at that. I don't know what's going on there, but that's different. This Empress, whoever this is right back here, has cool stuff too. I don't know. Let's see if we can turn around. Well, basically, I can't turn around well. But I'm telling you, that's some cool stuff. Oh, watch this. Check this out. I don't know what's going on there yet, but I think that's cool stuff. Yeah, I'm almost confident whatever they're wearing is going to be some kind of ridiculous stuff. You know what I mean? I don't think I can scan them while we're crafting. I don't want to disrupt our stuff. But I am curious what they're wearing armor. I don't have the ability to just look over at armor and spot it right off the bat. I mean, like, there's a couple armors I could spot like that, but I have no idea what that is. Looks good, though. What is that? Very fancy armor, right? And I need one of these hats with the horns. I don't even know why I need it. Probably for, like, if we're going into, like, a war, like with a sword. Ancient Greece. I would want it for ancient Greece. I don't even know what that hat with the horns is, but I want one. Dang. This is how this game gets out of hand, right? You go on a global trip around the planets, and all of a sudden you're like finding out that you need to boost up a bunch of skills, and that you would kind of like a hat with some horns. And I don't know. And we still haven't got this. Look at this. So, by the way, I will, for the record, let you guys know I am building up the Sunjock hides and stuff like that, and we are really almost to having 1,500 of those babies. So, I am going to do more of the texture running and stuff. I really do want to get this skulls texture. I think this will look cool on vehicles. Um, I don't know how hard that's going to be. And then we'll have to just watch this planet's auction house and stuff like that for the materials like a hawk. Come over here once in a while, kill the animal or whatever it is that drops whatever it is. But I would like to bust out a skulls textured, um, like, I don't know, some things with skulls textures on them. Who knows? Well, I'm going to go back to drinking coffee and watching this. I'm sure we'll pop another blueprint in a second. Seems that we're doing good today. We're not even at the halfway point. We've got 4. So right now, we're making up absolutely for yesterday. I think we ended at 5 yesterday, and I was like, oh, that's 1 short. Right now, we're a little ahead. And so, who knows? Okay, so we're approaching the halfway point, setting at 4 blueprints generated so far. Honestly, this is pseudo valuable. I mean, like, it's not valuable. That's false. This is false. Do not read that. So reality-wise, it's about a 3 ped thing, probably. See, look, that's not realistic either. Maybe 2 ped-ish. See what I mean? In, and that's just my opinion, is that it's not. So it does go into a lot of things. So it has a high utility and stuff. Somebody here sold the 100% one. And then this one up here, it's that 700 something stuff. That's definitely 100% quality blueprint. That's not a, hey, I sold a blueprint at 700 ped. It distorts the markets when somehow, for some reason, I think that unworked up blueprints should be in their own market graph. You know what I mean? And I don't think that they are gonna do that. Honestly, there's better things for them to work on in the game, but if people don't look at those graphs, they could make a really bad decision on what they think the overall value of a blueprint they're bidding on is, or they could just post something and it could be worthless. I mean, it could cost them money, because if you post stuff, you have to pay an auction fee, and so if it doesn't sell, you kind of are in trouble, you know? So we're doing ish, I mean, like, I feel we're close to break even, but I don't feel we are at break even. You know what I mean? I don't have judgment on this blueprint itself, though, so this is even a wait and see for me, which is really frustrating. On the EP2, I pretty much have a clue on where we're at on things the whole way through-ish. I don't like trying to make an early on decision, because honestly, anything can change, but bad runs seem to be bad runs for me, and a good run seems to be a good run. You know what I mean? It's not always that way, but it's consistent enough that if it's going bad, I don't assume it's going to flip itself around necessarily. I'm gonna kind of see if we have any of those hands in here for Oxy, because he's doing that weird mission. Yeah, it was bad planning, huh? Let me move this over here. Pretty sure he told me it was hands. Some kind of hands that he's looking for the other day, but I don't know what they actually look like. That's an organ. I haven't got a chance to look up most of the stuff that's dropping while we're killing stuff. That's not. So he's on some quest that he has to collect claws or hands or something I'm obviously not getting, because I don't seem to have some of these things he's asking for. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what he's needing, so that literally means that if I was on that mission, I'd be confused as crap on what to do. And I am. Oh, there they are. Oh, okay. How many do we have? 24 of them. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm messaging him so we can let him know. Ah, he's offline. Maybe. Let me check this user registry in capital. I don't think this doesn't look right. Okay. Well, I'll get a hold of him and I will let him know in some capacity. Oh, you know what? I can just message him, right? Hold on. How many did we have? What did they look like? See, this is where I get confused. We had like 20 something of them. Trying to find them again. Was it these things? No. I'm sorry I'm so discombobulated, you guys. I'm working on knowing this planet better, but... Oh, there they are. Okay, we got a new blueprint. That we don't count as anything. You know what I mean? Oh wait, is he on? Did that just go private chat and not Mel? I'm so confused. I wasn't paying good enough attention to what happened there. I'm gonna close that. He'll message me back if he wants them. I don't honestly know what mission he's on that he needs those hands, but I know that sometimes when you're grinding a mission, it's really annoying, and I don't have a direct use for those hands right now. I mean, like, they're just sitting there. I hadn't even looked into them yet. So, another basic filter. So that's trade terminal garbage right there. That nobody needs. Oh, so I know what he's doing. He's doing the mission that enables you to get the warp. He's becoming a citizen. So the citizen line, which I have not done. By the way, this hit right here is good. This citizen line that he's working on right now. Okay, I'll show you this, and probably a lot of you guys already know this. This M core, it upgrades 3 times. It's like its own mission and stuff like that, right? Each phase of it unlocks more of these dailies that you can do. Right now, I have access to these CUHOFs and these dailies. If I upgraded it to the 2, it would go up more, and the 3 goes up more. And I don't remember at what point you get citizenship on this planet and you get eligibility for the free warp. Um, but there's a warp on this planet, and I don't know how they verify you, but basically, if you've done that line, you don't have to pay for the warp. Good to know, right? Okay, we're in the final 100. Honestly, we're setting at 6 blueprints, so that's within the zone. I don't know if I have a structure currently in the auction. I'll throw that in at one pad. I don't know if anybody needs screwed blueprints. I'll check. I'm gonna junk this oil filter crap though. That's not gonna go into anything. And I don't put anything in anything. That's a waste. That's an auction failure. Does his little arm piece have a knife? A knife symbol right there? I'm not sure what little wrist thing that is, but it's pretty cool. If you're a knifer, I'm not a knifer, but you know, I do think it's neat. This girl has fancy stuff. Ruby, that's fancy. I don't know what's going on. Look, she has this like some kind of Scottish hat. I don't know what they're called. I don't want to disrespect anybody's stuff, so it's a hat of some kind. Yeah, I don't know where everybody's getting their horns on this planet. A lot of people have some horns. And honestly, they look cool in many cases. Coming down to the end at this point, right? So, if you specifically need one of these blueprints, you could speak up, especially if you're right here, then I can just like, if not, I will check the auction house. If we don't have one of these specific ones in there at one ped, I will load one at one ped. Plus, we'll be checking the statistics and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure we actually are break even on this. I don't know for a million percent, but I think we might be break even. I would guess we are. Or dang close. I mean, like, we're definitely not down more than 10% for sure. And my assumption is on the overall run, unless we have something like an explosive projectile recycler pop, we should honestly finish somewhere in the 5 to 10% down zone. I'd prefer it to be 5%, but even say we got 10% down overall the whole run, you know, 30 days, 20 pad, that's not a ridiculous amount. That's like 60 ped in total down. And so that's a total lot of machinery skill, in all honesty. If you think about it, like 30 days at 70 pec, 21 ped in machinery skill. And if we can keep it under a 10% loss for those 30 days, then we're getting 21 ped in machinery skill for 60 ped, in which that's a really good deal. And say it was even like double that in loss. 120 ped for, I mean, yeah, no, 120. I don't know why that sounded wrong in my head when I said it. But that's still super dang good deal. And so I don't know. I would want to know where your production on this is before you came here. Like obviously if you get slaughtered. But even if I were losing, I don't know. It compounds out a little bit on stuff, so it doesn't really compound in losses, but you're doing it for 30 days, and so it really does add up. I wouldn't want to get slaughtered, but it's a pretty high valued skill. And you're getting all the other skills too in bonus, you know what I mean? And so it's kind of nuts not to be taking advantage of these dailies. They're just ridiculous. Okay, now we're really coming down. So we finished in the normal of 6 blueprints in production. I got, I think, 2 really good hits for this level of a blueprint, you know what I mean? It's a very low amount of stuff, but this is such a cheap blueprint to run that it's kind of deceptive. Okay, so we got a few good hits in there. The statistics put us at where we spent 6 PEC on that run, guys. So we're now at 178 positive for the total run, with losing 6 PEC for the day. Um, that's not bad, right? I would call that not bad. I'm going to check this. So we have a basic structure in there, a basic street. Oh yeah, I don't need to add any of those. So we're good on those. So if anybody wants one of those, it's already in there. This stuff then goes, oh, boom, boom. Okay, now we run over here. Oh, let me get my bearings. See what I mean? You think you're somewhere and then all of a sudden you start running the wrong way. We get right back to Nadira and we talk to her and we collect this amazing 70 pack. Watch this. Boom! I love that. And so our machinery is absolutely blowing up though at this point. Do you see that? And so there's no way you can, if you craft items, um, yes, getting your engineering up is important. Yes, a whole bunch of stuff. But this machinery, I would really encourage you to look at what all it goes into. And I would look at how bad it's lagging behind. Maybe consider coming and knocking out this Nadira mission a bunch because it's literally going to be the cheapest way that you can rack up machinery, especially if you're qualified on the blueprint. I hope this helps you guys out. I hope you also have a great day. I want to wish you peace and very best wishes. Thank you guys for hanging out.